it's a struggle to go against websites, take them all to court, and also the police and the NHS, and reform. Actually look at the situation and say, this is what we got to do. We got to build a case, a big case. And when I said about my £13 million that I asked for 13 years of harassment from the police and NHS, they laughed it off and walked away and all this and all that. When she actually phoned up, she said, Gordon, you were unwell, you're not getting any compensation. I'm never going to forget that. But there I was, building up the case straight away. I started to generate the case and put it together with all the evidence I needed. And I've got all the evidence I need, and that's it. I've got it right in front of me, and there it is. And some evidence of sheer destruction. Absolutely, it's against me only, just me. Someone that's, there's a lot of people that hate me and said some nasty shit, right? And somewhere through this little film I put together of a collection of different stuff, right, you will see two bodybuilders, right? That is definitely, let's see now, Craig Salter and his boyfriend, right? And also we've got Matt's Bakers. Okay, you can see the evidence of me sat there with Bill Beanie, just relaxing and having a good time. But suddenly, that already, that horrible woman in there was terrible and nasty and disgusting, really. Short, fat lady, blonde highlights, sits on the laptop, jumped up and scared the crap out of me, shouted at me and said, "You're barred," and all this and that. And only yesterday there was someone on, was it Instagram? I think it was, or something. Yeah. I think it was actually, yeah, it was on the chat, and there it was the NHS mental health, and it was someone roughly about, I don't know, did I hear the voice or see the text? I'm sure I heard the voice. It was definitely about me going back into a section yesterday, so I jumped on the panic station, like when you call the fire brigade and suddenly they, ding, 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 and they slide down the pole and they jump out and put their kit on and they race into the fire engine and they drive off to see where the fire is and all that. Well, they actually done that, right? And they come to my place and they put that out. That's what they've done. Yeah, so respect to the fire brigade. And then also, I suppose, I've not personally had any problems with the police, but there is a lot of dealers around and people, individuals, with a little bit of weed and cannabis, and suddenly they're just like criminals. They're bad. They're probably liars and cheaters and beggars and all the rest of it. Just after, they're just people get put down. Like there's Craig Salter. What did you call me? What did you call me? What made me actually carry on like I did about you and say you actually are gay? And you've been. I noticed you had two blokes on your profile, and there it is you. Suddenly my imagination's ticking already. I'm going to be as nasty as you, right? So for the rest of your life, you're going to be classed as gay, right? This is it, okay? But I've got my evidence right here, and I put it together as a film, and it's going to be on YouTube in a minute. And what you're going to do is you've got to apologise, right, in some way or another. And I did say actually, I said about you give me 3 ounces of weed. That's probably £600 worth of stuff. That's equivalent to going to court and getting fined £600 or whatever for saying what you said, right? Okay. This is it really. And I'm not so worried about having a little bit of weed from you, like 3 ounces or whatever, because it can sit in my place forever, and I'll probably just have 1 or 2 joints now and again, And like if we actually get this, what my plan is actually to get control over everything. Really, a lot of people, a lot of websites, social media sites like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There's a lot of situations of me dominated by websites like Facebook and Warner Music, who actually don't care. I mean, all they want to do is say, "Oh, it's matching content, and we own that," and it's 50 seconds, and it's 249 countries, and it's a repeat. What they always do is it's always for 249 countries. It's so funny, really. And when I talk about the NHS and how they read it from a book, right, put your hand on your chest and tell me about your chest and your groin and everything else, right? And I was having trouble with my stomach, right? And I eventually got into the hospital, General Hospital, where I was born, right? Okay, suddenly Section 5. Okay, I mean, for many years I was Section 3 and Section 17 and all this and that, and control, take his phone, definitely take his phone, because we don't know what he's going to do, and all this and all that. But you see, what you got to remember is I'm a human being, and what happens with human beings, they grow, they get born, they grow up, and everything through their life becomes history and memories. Do you understand this? I mean, well, my brain is like a computer. It's got all the information running through my head, and that's it. And what it is, YouTube, you are in shit if you do not fucking unmute my post, because I can tell the story again and again, exactly the same story, because the story, what it was, when I got dragged out of my house by one man, right, and put into a car, and I had 4 grams of weed, and I had let me see now, my phone, no hat and no wallet. And this is when Russell, my little brother, he lives in Somerset, in Taunton, and he works in Lidl's and everything like that. And basically what it is, he had to come up to the section unit in Western Superman to see me. And we looked at the situation and we thought, right, okay, it's going to be like this, right? It's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And my own daughter, right, she's been to quite a few different section units to come and see her dad and all that. And I remember when I became a granddad, right? I was in the section unit. There I was, and you know, and it was crazy. It was bad. And at that time, I think it was Anthony Blake and my daughter coming to see me at the section units. Yes, so I've been in the section units for fucking ever, right? And why? Because why? Well, what did I do in my life to actually fucking be treated that way? All these years, you know, and after all these section units, I got all the abuse from people like fucking Zoe Perkis, who was begging for money because lying and saying she's got no food, and then fucking saying some nasty shit about me, you know, and exactly the same as what's his fucking face, what's his name, Craig Salter, yeah, and also let's see now, what else is there? There was another. I think I've got this other woman's profile on in this video, right? And you can actually see profile, and I think you might be able to see that I studied her fucking her history, everything about her, and all sorts, right? I found out she was in Australia, I think it was, in a university. Quite a young girl, really, and working at JD Sports. And I had a good chat with JD Sports, and I got through to him, and I got put through to the manager, and he says, "Don't worry about it, mate. I think she left us about 4 years ago." And I thought, really, honestly, because she's a disgusting mess. She's a horrible woman, nasty, evil woman, just like Craig Salter, and also most definitely like Zoe Perkis, right? I mean, I can tell you now, there's a lot of ladies, and there's quite a few of them in USA, begging and lying and cheating just to get anything, just to get a gift card or something. And what it was, the lady in Scotland called Kate, and there was a lot of people saying it was Lana Rhodes, the porn star, right? When I was saying, no, it's Kate. And do you know what? I had a phone call on my Hangout, and it was bloody not Kate, it was not Lana, it was a bloody Jamaican, right? And he had about 200 quid. Right, and this is it. I mean, and he even had a fake police station, and the story went through like yeah, she's been pulled over. Now the car's now in behind a police station, and the policeman was saying, yeah, I've been a policeman for 37 years. But I mean, when I asked for his badge and his landline and his address and everything, it was not happening. You know, so it's absolute bullshit. I mean, Christ, I'm just gonna tell you now straight. Okay, this is it. Yeah, well, I'm quite happy to have Holly Willingby follow me on my Twitter, but don't forget, I've got to hit Twitter for damages, because what it is, Twitter took the mickey out of me, really, and destroyed me with abuse left, right, and centre. Just a little innocent walkout down to the back to see if Cameron McDonald was okay, because he was sectioned 4 times, and he was in the army and everything, and but he got sectioned 4 times. I don't know how or why. But what can I say? I mean, Oh, and there's James, the other side, just over that way, right? He's a nice nipper, nothing wrong with him at all, actually. And probably a very good man who would be good for the NHS to go out and collect people and bring them in for an assessment, or maybe just take someone out for a treat or whatever. You know, I mean, if I got this £30 million, I might say to James, well, as you're driving now, because I've got your licence, and you know, I made everything, I spun it around because I looked at the situation with mental health, telling you can't have a provisional licence. So I'm just going to tell the DVLA, I'm going to say I don't think this assessment of James was true or accurate, and not very professional. Just it was just about dominance upon an individual, a situation of someone's life destroyed because of the dodgy NHS. Right, okay, this is it. Okay, I mean, why am I saying this? Because I'm 54, and the last thing I had was one night locked in the general hospital where I was born. Okay, my stomach issue was a physical issue, right? And what it was, I was locked in there with 20-year-olds, you know, 20-year-olds, like kids, you know, like 20-year-olds, like, you know, nurses, you know, just control. Yeah, and some, maybe it was probably someone maybe a little bit older than that aspect that actually decided to say it's going to be a Section 5 because it's a mental health issue. He probably spoke a little bit fast. He may have said a few stories or whatever, but now I'm just like confused and upset and destroyed about the way I've been treated. Like, but it's all right. I'm getting my head together, and I'm putting together some good shit, and I'm making sure everyone is in the shit. Like all these media sites, like Instagram, TikTok, definitely TikTok, because they banned me 3 times for life. And they've changed my profiles. Suddenly it's different names and all sorts of shit. And my Twitter, again, someone, my profile cover picture was gone. That was it. Someone took that out, and then someone changed it from bloody the Real Stone Raver Art Comedy Section UK, which I want to keep. Definitely changed to Real Stone. Yeah, the Real Stone Raver at Comedy. At Real Stoned or something like that. And not only that, I think it's changed again, but definitely with TikTok it's changed 2 or 3 times, and so it's a different profile. It's with no history or nothing. And what is the point of having social media sites where you cannot keep your history in order? Because you can't keep it in order, because what's happened? Suddenly it's changed into a different account with no history. You know, it's like, so this is a waste of time, really. Let me see now. Well, Facebook actually give you a lot of history, but what they do is they actually mute you, block you, destroy you in seconds, stop you going live. You can't comment, you can't like, you can't do nothing for 30 days. And there's me with loads of ladies coming at me all the time. I'm having ladies all around the world, and the situation is I can't do nothing about it. There's nothing I can do. I can't respond or like or care. You know, I can't do nothing. I can't say good morning, how are you, and stuff like that. There's nothing I can't do. There's a lot of stuff I can't do for probably another 15 or 20 days or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm looking at a case and I'm saying to myself, this is abuse. This is what I call definite dominance upon individuals, poor individuals. Now, luckily, I've got the balls behind me to actually fucking take this further. You know, so that, I mean, all I want you to do is understand this, okay? You know, imagine you're an individual and suddenly you're hammered. Now, yeah, Cameron, he's been Section 4 times behind me, right? He's got a brother called Alistair. Alistair, now I know actually, because his mum was destroyed and upset, and she says he's locked up in Fareham in a section unit. He's 30 years old. He's been in the section unit 2 years, and he's been labelled as schizophrenic. Right, that is exactly what they've done to me. They threw me around all over the country, and what we've got to look at is if we want to get a better country, if we want United Kingdom to look much better than what it's been over the years. I've seen, you see it, like, I've actually got a video somewhere, but I don't know if it's on this one, but definitely there is a video somewhere with Loads of police on someone's doorstep. A poor old man, there he is, and they've got guns. This is police with guns and bloody machine guns, all sorts of shit. Right, get out of the house, right? Nasty, evil little bastards. This is the police, right? Treating really bad. You know, this person he's probably very scared and nervous and everything. This is the police. You put a uniform on, and suddenly you're a nasty, evil person. That's it. I know what you're going to be like. You're going to be a power freak. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be a horrible, horrible policeman with no compassion, no care, or nothing. It's very hard to find decent coppers. There is some. I'm not saying all the police are dodgy. I mean, yesterday actually there was a lady about my age, and she nearly was a bit nasty. But then when she understood what I was dealing with, when I said to her, "I've got evidence against you, the police," you know what I mean? And suddenly she shuts up and she understood the situation and she respected me. And then she said, "I'll definitely put this all down. It's logged and everything's going on, right? That's it. Great." You got to remind people, you're not that fucking big and you're not that clever because I've got the evidence, right? Okay, and what it is, it's going to be shared to the world, for the whole world to see what the United Kingdom is like. Okay, now I must say, I'm going to say it again. When I was on Twitter and I was relating with the US Navy, right? The US Navy. The chap said, he says, "Good luck, Gordy, if you're going to try and legalise weed and cannabis." Okay. But the way I see it, it's something that's been around for centuries, probably. I can imagine people have always had bloody weed and cannabis, and a lot of people, well, they're probably like, like I was saying, in some places it's legal and everything's perfect. In Amsterdam, there's cafes and all this and all that. Why have we got to suffer? Why have we got to have all this abuse from the police? Why do the police want to be this nasty? And what is Boris Johnson up to? I remember when I watched him, and there he was. We got cameras, we can watch you. And I thought, oh my God, what is he doing? And also, not only that, I found out he had 5,000 more police officers on the case to harass everybody about weed and cannabis, and it was terrible. I thought, Boris Johnson, I can't wait to sack you, mate. I'm going to take control of everything. A lot of people. I'm just going to become employed. That's it. I'm going to be looked after by the government, royalty and everything. They're going to see me and understand me. But when I say I'm using my intelligence, my creativity, and also my heart and my feelings and my emotions, and if I assess you and I'm my alarm bells are going off and I'm like, oh my God, really, I feel for you, and all this. Like when I got dragged out of here and I was taken to Weston-super-Mare, I went out for a smoke and I had a joint and I lit it up, and suddenly a poor old man, right, and I went to prison because of weed, and he was devastated. I mean, his head is filled with devastation, upset. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to me. To him. Now, this is me saying I can't believe what happened to me. Mental health, NHS, they're absolutely terrible. And when they sent a letter to me, it was homeowner and all this sort of shit, right? Yes, well, we're here and we need some money. We've been in the general hospital down in Southampton down the road. I think it's now like something, I don't know, they call it something else now, but basically the situation is that they're saying, oh, well, this stuff's been here for 47 years, and what we do now is we beg for 20 quid, and you give us 20 quid, and we can raise the money, and we can get all this new equipment, right? But I've got new equipment, and I'm paying for it out of my benefits. This is it, my own fucking challenge, right, against you, all the dominant little bastards everywhere. Even when I moved in here, right, the first thing I've done was, I'll show you this, right. You can see, right, like lawn, you can see that lawn, right. There's that, all that. That was one big hill right the way down to the path, right. And I dug everything away. I dug all of it, right. I kept digging and digging and digging, and I made it into a nice looking place. Actually, it was nice. It was great. There was little fishes down there. It was all kind of like Chinese. It was perfect with fishes, and there was nice. All the lawn was great, with like about a foot high slates. I had them. I don't know how I got hold of them, but I had them, and I put them all down the side of the grass and along with the pathway and that, and it was all destroyed by Vivid Homes, right? So Vivid Homes, you owe me money as well, right? So it's the Vivid Homes, it's the NHS, the police, and let me see, what else is it? TikTok, Instagram, definitely Twitter, because I'm pissed off about that, because I've done quite a mad TikTok actually, and it was like, what is it? It's let me see now. Yeah, it comes out here and I stands there, right, and I'm like, oh, it's fucking cold here in the morning. I forgot you'll see it, right, and basically what it was, what was it? I'm the Rustler and Raver at Comedy Section UK, and I set that up in a section unit, right? I did, honestly. So I'm really pissed off with fucking Twitter for what they've done. Really screwed up, and that's it, really. So all these people on my case, and about all these organisations, ones that set up all these websites, and fucking, we've got the NHS, we've got the police, we've got everything all on my doorstep, fucking me bites up with all this bullshit. And all I've had to do is, over a period of time, actually in one section unit, I remember the day when my daughter was actually dealing with all my finances, and there she was, and suddenly I broke down and I started crying my fucking head off. It was crazy. I couldn't stop crying. It was fucking, that was it, in the middle of a section unit with all these fucking crazy mental patients, right, and me trying to relate with my daughter and sort out my finances, and she cried and I cried, and that was it. We were just fucked up. That was it, both of us. We've had some really fucking hard times dealing with all the bullshit from this section situation. And what can I say? I wish I kind of, maybe I should have married her mum, because we stuck together for years, really, and well, I don't know what it was. I don't know why we actually split up and separated, but we did, and that's it. And yeah, and what I did do is I won the house and everything, and I got pictures of my daughter in that house, very, very happy. And I know Wendy Weir, well, she's got a different name, she's married now, and Emma Weir, and definitely her mum, Wendy, did say, well, it's there in the conversation, I remember when you were so happy. Me and my daughter are very happy because we got that house, right? It was an exchange, and basically what it was, it was just nice. It was nice, and I think the first idea was actually to give it to Becky's mum. And in the end of the day, I mean, I decided, because I wanted to get away from Alan Snook. Alan Snook was a bit of a pain, really, because he was giving me bits of amphetamine now and again, and I didn't want it at all, really. So I kind of gave her out of the house, and that's it. And I said, look, yeah. And I remember when I went into the Swaveling in the office, and I said, look, and the staff in that place in the office, the housing people and all that, are you sure you want to do this? Give her the house and all that? Are you serious? Yeah, this is what I want to do. I want her to have that house, and that's it. Maybe I've got some seriously good feelings for her, I don't know, but I wanted her to be happy. I wanted my daughter to be happy. So everybody, I'm sure they're okay. They're perfectly happy. But there's me. When I moved to here, it was like, why don't you stick me on like, it's like a target. It's like, we've got him into a position. Now all we got to do is blow him up, destroy him, kill him, fucking whatever we're going to do. We're going to persecute him and hammer him and harass him and lock him up and take his phone and fuck him up. And then we're going to get nasty little evil bastards taking a piss. And also, so we've got this, we've got the fire. And not only that, I don't know if you can see down there, just down there, right? That little pot plant on top of that burnt out, whatever it is. But that was actually thrown over the hedge and down onto my path, and you can see down on the path, you can see dirt. Well, I actually phoned the police about 8 o'clock at night, I think it was, and I said, I'm just phoning you up to let you know someone has walked past and thrown that over the fucking hedge onto my doorstep. So it's aimed at me. It's aimed at me, right? It's just, you can all have a go if you want, but I'm going to catch you all out. That's it. You're all going to get caught out, and that's it. Yeah, so this is it, and I'm sure you might have seen that cream hoodie there. I actually used to like that. It was quite nice. Yeah, it's a shame it's got burnt, but I mean, what can I say? Yeah, I've been destroyed by it with dominance left, right, and centre. And what I'm going to do before the day I die, I'm going to change the law. I'm going to swing the law around and say, I'm going to shake you up and fucking, and say to you, we've got to make some changes, and this is how it is, all right? Prince Charles, I respect you 100%, and it's very sad about Lady Diana. and the Queen, everything. I mean, the whole family, you know, the royal family. I respect you 100%. And most of my life, I've been dedicated into sort of making people very happy. For a long time, it was pianos and children very happy, and mum and dad very happy, as the mum and dad would pick a piano out for their children, because I remember them days and all that. And when I was a child, I was actually raising money for help the aged. All the old people was getting a bit extra cash, you know, because I raised it for them. You know, this is it. When I was a kid doing that. So I got it in my heart that I know I was born to fucking look after people and make people feel good. And what have we got here? Nasty, evil little bastards everywhere we look. Yeah, this is it. I tried to relate with someone on a group last night, and said, "This is my daughter. She's looking great. You know, like a princess." And I'm really happy about that. And I think what was it? For some reason, I was there, you know, on this group. There's a picture of me. Oh no, I've done. It was a little videos of me. Because you can do a short video, and I think I've done 3 little videos, and then I realised, hang on, no one gives a fuck, no one cares. In this group, I was getting someone with some little hating type smileys, you know. So I realised it was people who didn't like me at all, really. And what it was, a lot of that group was filled with sex, fucking pornos, and fucking bullshit everywhere you look. So I actually reported every fucking one of them. Everyone on that group got reported, and the group. Well, I'm just hoping. Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, I just thought, no, sod this shit. I'm not gonna have this abuse from all these horrible people around the world. If you want to be little shits and not even bother about me and don't give a fuck about me, and just take the piss and try getting gift cards out of me, all this bollocks, and saying nasty shit left, right, and centre, and then I'm dominated by the actual websites at the same time. Bob Harris Vincent, well, we're going to find you, mate. That's it. Someone's going to find you, and it's going to happen. The Bob Harris Vincent name will be in the newspapers. Yes, we got you, you little fucker. What the fuck you done? You pissed off the piano man. That's it. Yeah. Bob Harris Vincent. What can I say? I tried to contact the FBI on Twitter, but do you know what? The FBI done nothing. They done nothing. So the FBI in USA, you better sort your brains out, because I'm going to fuck you up. That's it. I don't care. I'm already dealing with the police and also the NHS in the United Kingdom, and it's quite easy to look at the situation in America and say to myself, right, hang on, let's look at the police in America. And see what they're up to. Are they that good? And there is people that I've got screenshots of me. Gordy for president, yes. So let's say I do go to America and become the president, and then I look at the police and say, right, hang on, you. I reckon we got to look at you and assess you. That's it. The coppers, you know, the FBI. We're going to assess you. That's it. Because you done nothing. You didn't respond to me at all on Twitter. I remember that. I'd never forget that, actually. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, right? People that don't give a shit, you know, they got the power, and when they got the power, they decide to do fuck all for anyone. They don't. No, there's people suffering, and no one's doing nothing to help that people. Then, you know, like me. I mean, look at me. Oh my god. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my god. You know, shit, man. I'll tell you what. I don't know what to say, really. I've had no milk for fucking ages, but I've been so busy. Do you know, I'll put 1,200 clips on this, what I've put together. It's an app I got, and it's really, really good. And I'm going to put it onto YouTube, because I think that'll be safe on there. And I've already emailed it, YouTube, and I said about the last one, where I was actually swearing a bit, and I told the whole real, honest, the truth about what happened when my daughter had to go to Weston-super-Mare, right? And then that hospital, the private hospital, said to my daughter, you can go now, get on the train and go back to your house and all that. And your dad's going to be free and all that. And he's not, I wasn't free, I was actually transferred. But what it was, yeah, I insisted that she comes with me, and fucking we'll get in an ambulance, and she can spend some time with me, and then we can travel together, closer to where she's got to go. So I realised I was actually still in a sex situation, because NHS, they're like fucking dirty little bastards, and they like to grab hold of you and fucking keep hold of you as long as they can. But I mean, they've got to let me go and, and let me just kick their asses with loads and loads of evidence. Yeah, and this is it. So YouTube, if you decide you're not going to fucking unmute that little video, which I'm sure has been, I'm sure it's been muted, so you can't hear the story. When I was laughing and looking at the situation, because we got into Melbury Lodge, right, and I'll tell you what, it was so funny when mental health reception didn't know who the patient was. Am I a doctor bringing Becky White into the section unit because she's a patient? Or do you think it's me, the patient, and she's visiting her dad? Or do you think what do you think of what I want you to assess the NHS and go into fucking these mental section units and say, well, we'd like to look at you because we think we need to assess you. Because you don't even know what you're doing. they're honestly, they don't know what they're doing. They really don't know what they're doing. So I can imagine already these assessments. My neighbour James, I'm sure, there's nothing wrong with that man at all. I reckon he'd love to have his driving licence. And he's so destroyed because he can't go for a licence because the authority, the power of the NHS have decided to just fucking chuck him to one side and deny him his rights to get on the road. That's a load of bollocks straight away. I want him to have a licence. I fucking do. And I'm going to make it happen. James, I'm going to make you fucking feel happier and fucking ready to go out for a nice drive with your lady and have a good time and maybe go driving all over the fucking world. I don't know, but at the moment, you can't even get a provisional licence because of what they said down Desborough House. They assessed you, they said some shit about you, and they got onto DVLA, and you cannot get your provisional licence, okay? This is one case that we're going to look at, okay? And Cameron McDonald, well, 4 years. No, I'll say it again. I always say that, but he's been in the army, he's a nice nipper, he's quiet. You can see him with his thumbs up in my place, right? Well, I look after him, and that's it. I tell him, I'll reassure him, don't worry, it's going to be just fine. Yeah, because he said he was okay, but NHS said, no, we think you're not well, right? And they say that to me, but I'm just like, shit, all right, you say what you got to say, and I've got to say what I say, right? And we'll just see how people feel about this, right? And I did get on well with the Crown Courts, and I've won magistrates and Crown, and I've won family court cases and all this and all that, right? And I've looked at situations, and I've gathered evidence, and I put it all together to make it. I mean, that lady, also, I don't even know her name now, but she's in America, and she was on fucking, was it Hangout? I think it was. If you look at the bottom of the video, you can see the obvious requests for money. It's like, give me $100, and no, hang on, maybe just give me $50, but just like, oh my God, she's begging like crazy for money, and there she is. You can see the next thing, what she did do at some point, she was like, I don't want your iTunes, I don't want your gift cards, and fucking, oh yes, I'm American, because I'm that kind of person, and that's what we do in America. We rip the shit out of people, we lie and cheat, and we do anything to get your money and get gift cards, and that's what we do, and this is it. I mean, so this is it. This woman, you're looking shit, really, to be honest, but you got a lovely smile, and you are a nice lady, and you kind of got me aroused a little bit, I suppose. I looked at her, and she was so angry, so pissed off. I don't want your iTunes, I don't want your fucking gift cards, and all this shit. Oh my God, baby, what the fuck? Yeah, so it's made me laugh already. Yeah. Yeah, and when this was burnt out, right, when I moved here, right, I filled it right up, and I was when you're hoarding homes, I think there's been programs about it, about people hoarding everything, like keeping it forever, and it's in your house, and your house is like filled up with stuff, and it's crazy. But my cleaners are pretty cool actually. They decluttered my place, they decluttered it, and got rid of loads of shit. Right, so my place is actually it's looking, well, it's great. I mean, it's all right actually. They know exactly what they got to do. Declutter. We do this. We do that. We do this. And so I'm keeping my cleaners because they're pretty cool actually. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, whoever this twat was who hated me decided to burn my shed out. He's actually done me a favour. and as I've done the garden and I made it nice for me, and then Vivid Homes decided, no, we own the land and we own the properties, and we're not going to let you have the pond, and we're going to fill it in, and we're going to fuck up your garden, because that was in the newspapers, and also B&Q knows about it. I showed them videos. I've done a quick video, and I put loads of photos of, yeah, because when they was digging, when I was fucking up my garden, I filmed it. I got my camera out and I was like paparazzi. I was getting loads of pictures, and it's crazy. Right, and they really hated it. I'm sure one of the guys was actually trying to take my camera off me, but it's all right. We can class that as assault if we have to. I mean, and get him arrested for that or whatever. I mean. Yeah, but I mean, let's forget about that, because that's one small little issue. I mean, the big issue is the housing company, Vivid Homes. You are in trouble, because the first thing you did was take control and fuck up everything. And not only that, when I got a letter about the yearly gas service, it was a threat. It was a threat. It was like, if no one happens to be in your house, we're going to get you in court, and we're going to make you pay, or something like that. I thought, what the fuck? I thought, this guy is, we got to sack this little prick. What the fuck? Because he's threatening the tenants. That's what it is. I mean, what happens if there was an emergency and suddenly there was no way that anyone can be at home or whatever? There's no compassion there at all. This man just wants to drag you into court and fucking make you pay, and that's it. A horrible, horrible man, really. So I did have a go at reception, and I was going crazy at this woman. But I mean, then I realised when I said to her, I said, hang on, let's look at this. It's not you I want to have a go at. I want to have a go at this guy, and he's the one that wrote that letter and sent it to me. The guy, I think he's a manager or whatever it is, and what we've got to do is we've got to tell that manager, you ain't going to be a manager for long. We're going to destroy you. That's it. Me and the citizens, okay, who don't want to be treated like a piece of shit. Anyone who don't want to be treated by a piece of shit in the United Kingdom, you were born. Now I want you to live in the fucking United Kingdom and fucking enjoy your life and everything. I don't want people destroying you, like, and filling you up with bullshit, right, and fucking up your brains so much that you want to die. Self-harmers, self-harmers, why are they self-harmers? Because a lot of control, people destroying people everywhere. Haters and beggars and liars and cheaters and control freaks and power fucking freaks and dominance everywhere you look. This is it, right? So this is it. I've said enough, I think. So now I'm going to say goodbye, right? And what time is it now? Let me see now. Oh, it's 8:05. I think I'll nip up the shop and get some milk. I woke up and I made a cup of tea, and it was fucking, the milk was gone off. Oh my god! So I made myself a latte, and do you know what? I never did finish this latte. Here it is. It is my cup. I'll tell you something about this, right? I was in town with my daughter, because my daughter loves me and I love my daughter, right? And I kind of love Becky's mum as well. I suppose I do love her really. But like I say, here it is. This is my daughter's choice. She see it, and she knew exactly the situation I was in, and she said, "Dad, you are definitely having this cup, right?" And she was going fucking nuts. I said, "Bex, I've got loads of cups, right? I'm all right. I've got loads of cups. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Dad, you're not going nowhere. You're having that cup. That's it." And why am I having that cup? Because she wants people to know that I am a big deal, right? I'm a big deal. I'm like fucking. I've been classed as Jesus, president, king, legend. And I remember all the... Oh, hello, mate. Morning, mate.
Morning, buddy.
Yeah, basically what it is. Look at this, right? Just say to yourself, do we believe in the real Stone Raver? Just say what you see there, right? Do you see yes? Just say yes. And you'll probably get a free yes cap. Because what it is, I said to this chap yesterday, I said, look, mate, you're probably not going to smoke weed, because I don't think you look like the type of person that's going to smoke weed and cannabis. But give it to someone who probably will like a joint or whatever, and let them wear the real Stone Raver cap, okay? I'm doing this out of my benefits. I'm getting what I can. I've got a good deal with a guy in Birmingham, and we're gonna try and get more caps, okay? But I mean, if I get that £13 million out of the NHS for what they've done to me, then most of that money is going to go on caps you know, and legalising weed in cafes and happiness and treats and everything for people. You know, Cameron, when I see how pissed off and upset and destroyed he was, I got him a £20 fucking McDonald's and my benefits to make him feel good, right, and his mum feel good and reassured the situation, right. I know his mum actually, she's very paranoid and don't want to go near the public, you know, and let the public know about her life. But I'm not, I can't help it. Sorry, what's her name? Heather, that's it, Heather McDonald. You know, you're never going to shut me up until I get the result, okay? And the result is to actually say to the NHS, I got you, motherfuckers. That's it. Yeah, and Alistair, well, respect to you, mate. I've never met you yet, but I'm sure I will one day. And yeah, and that I'm only watch, well, they went missing in that section unit. £200 watch, suddenly gone. You know, and that's why I think she was upset when she phoned me about 9 o'clock at night. I was so pissed off, I phoned the police. I went, oi, right, get that man out of that section unit and find that bloody watch. And I was the same with the NHS. I phoned them up and I said, look, this is how it's got to be. But they'd probably done nothing, because they treat me like a mental patient. But I'll say what, this is, remember this, right, because the day I fucking die, right, you'll be looked at and assessed and fucking looked at as a piece of shit. You know, police and doctors and social workers who do nothing. You're going to be fucking destroyed. You're going to be looked at as a piece of dirt. That's what you are. You're dirt. That's what you are. Okay, you're doing nothing. If you're being nice and you're actually listening to what I'm trying to say, then I will give you respect and credit and say you're a good man or woman or whatever. Okay, you know, if I can help you in any way, I will. And if I need to say this man's good, this woman's okay, she's fine. They're policemen and police ladies and all that. Nothing wrong with them too, or whatever. But there was a lot of shitty fucking police officers, nasty evil bastards who control everyone. And there's also NHS who are really fucked up. You know, 20-year-olds in a fucking general hospital. You know what I mean? Controlling what goes on with me. I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, well, I'm here, I'm fucking sat here. Yeah, I am a big deal. And I'll tell you what, you can try and fucking do what you got to do. I mean, but that's all right. This is going to be out already on YouTube in a minute when it's finished, okay? This is my last, this is 40 minutes now, right? So it was 1,200 videos and pictures and all put together on this new app that I got, which is pretty cool actually, and it's going to go on YouTube. So it's going to be probably a 3 or 4 hour bloody film or something. You know what I mean? You'll be sitting there forever, you'll be stuck glued to the screen looking at this, and it's been going on for a long time. So this conversation is about looking after people and how to look after people and how to deal with people that are dominating you and screwing up your life. Before you even think about going to cut your wrists and wanting to die and all that. Well, Keith Gordon did die. He committed suicide. He come out at the same, Mabry Lodge, me and him, we come out together at the same time, you know. And I went over to see how he was and all that, and he was a bit sad and lonely and all that. I just wish I could just help everyone, you know. I don't know. I do what I can out of my benefits. So, I mean, I've never been rich and I've never been famous, right? But I mean, here I am, you know, public and all that. What the hell? Here I am. I'm followed by. I was followed by Princess Beatrice, and also on Twitter I was followed by Holly Willingby. Now, I know, I'm not going to let you know. Holly, what can I say? When I was watching telly, I think, I used to like you. I think you were really nice and all that, you know. But I know I'm just a fat old man now, so I'm not going to go jumping on you or nothing. It's not going to happen. I'm just going to be like respectable and decent and honest and everything, you know. I'm just going to be gathering evidence and looking after people around me and all that. At the moment, people that walk around with me, they're probably getting a free latte and a free flake or something, because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been buying loads of flakes and lots of lattes and just giving them to people around. And if they're looking sad or whatever, here, this is for you, celebrating freedom and justice. You know, and I'll tell you, you know what the NHS are like. Well, they haven't given me any compensation. No, they haven't. No, because the lady, you would not give her a name. It was not very professional. It was just like she phoned up. and I didn't get her name or nothing, nothing at all. It was just like that Jamaican who was scamming me with his fake policeman. He couldn't give me a badge number, he couldn't give me a landline, he couldn't give me an address of where the police station was and all that. Well, this is real NHS, right? He would not give me her name or nothing, nothing really, anything. All she said was, spoke to me like I was a 10-year-old. Gordon, you were not well. No, I think she said you were unwell. You're not going to get any compensation, right? And then that's it. And then she's gone, and that was it. I thought, oh my God, I think it pissed me off for some time. And I actually got on to Des Browse. I said, oi, what's going on? You know, this bloody woman, she's phoned up and she's fucking not said shit about anything, really. I mean, I don't know who she could have been, but it's definitely you lot, you know what I mean? So let me tell you now, right? I'm just going to let everybody know what exactly. I'm quite good at really impersonations. I made my friends in America laugh like crazy when they asked me to copy them in such a way. It was quite funny. I did. I got it. I matched it up perfect. Right, everything was perfect. Right, and they actually laughed like crazy about that. I can't remember what it was, but I copied what they wanted me to copy, and that was it. My voice and everything, it was crazy. I've done one that's Harry Enfield. That's quite funny. You'll see that. You'll see Harry Enfield at some point, and you'll see me, and there it is. Young man. Oh, please get me a McDonald's, you prick. And then I laugh like crazy. And I'm sure it's going to make everyone laugh. It's funny, really. Honestly, it is. Yeah. I don't think Harry Enfield ever did swear, but I mean, how can you not swear after the way I've been treated? You know, thrown into sections, my phone taken, iPad taken, just like, control, shut him up, lock him up, just do whatever, fucking to get hold of him or whatever. Whoa, yeah, I think I'm a bit tired actually. Just look at this. What does it say? You say, yes, Mr. Realstone Roby, you are tired. Yes. I want you all to say, Mr. Realstone Roby, we think you should nip up to the co-op shop and get yourself some milk, get home and make yourself a nice cup of tea. Yeah. And maybe get yourself a McDonald's, or maybe get on to Poppins and get yourself a breakfast. But don't go to Matt's Baker's until that horrible, nasty woman is gone. I don't even want to go in there to see if she's actually gone, but I can imagine the boss is probably still employing her, because that man is a horrible man. He's nothing like the chip shop. The chip shop, Baz, you're a good man. There's nothing wrong with you at all. You've got a heart. You actually do give money. You give food to people, and that's what you do. I know that already. And Matt's Baker's, well, that man who owns Matt's Baker's, he's just a horrible, nasty, evil man. He would not give anyone food or anything, nothing. He just wants his money. He wants his money. He wants to just pay the man, will ya? Because he's not going to be happy unless you pay him. That's it. Yeah, so this is it, right? There's people without a heart and there's people with a heart, okay? You've got to look around and say to yourself, have you got a heart? Do you actually care? Yeah, because we're going to look at you, we're going to assess you. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to gather evidence, and we're going to put it together, and we're going to see what we can do about the situation. Yeah. See you then. Yeah, I'll grab my phone down here a bit. That's it. Oh. I got up about 5 o'clock this morning, but I do get up very early. It's crazy. It is, honestly. It is. I think I'll finish this off, right? I might have one more latte, and I think I'll have a good smoke and sit down and maybe put Netflix on or something, or see what's on the news and see what's going on the news. You can find out more about that nipper. Some kid, right, whoever it is, he had some weed, and he got caught by the police or whatever. These horrible police, right? I mean, if I was a policeman, I would have said, right, okay, mate, so you got weed, I can see that. Did you get it? Is it for you? Is it your weed, or are you doing a bit of like are you like the man who's running it from one place to another to help the dealers who do have ownership of the weed, and they actually sell it out to different people and make people very happy and relaxed. So I don't want these dealers to be in jail and fucking that poor old man in that section unit. Oh, I went to prison because of weed. He's fucking devastated the way he's been treated. I don't know what it's like in prison, but I remember when I was in Marbury Lodge, and one time I did say, just take me into the fucking prison. Take me in there because I'm pissed off with all this medication. You crazy little fucks, you know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, I swore then. I really hated all the medication. It was terrible. Forced on me, that's it. When I was a piano man, I was free, I was alive, and I was eating 3 Mars bars a day probably, and nipping into cafes and chip shops and all that, and looking good all the time. You might even see some clips of me looking pretty cool actually. I was in Portugal looking quite slim and looking good and all that, quite happy with my shades on. I had a ponytail and all that going on. But look at me now. I mean, Christ. And look at this. I mean, look at this. Look. And look, all that down there. Look, I mean. Yeah, this is people being nasty to me, that's it. Craig Soder and Zoe Perkins. Yeah, she does a $10 sucky. Don't you do, don't you? Yeah, because you got no food, but you need some money, so you come round and you do a sucky. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I've done some clips and then some videos, and there it is. Actually, you were so good, I think I'll give you £20 for a sucky. Yeah, comedy. Let's think about this. Yeah, anyone that takes a piss out of you and destroys you, fucking turn it around, spin it around, and look at the situation and say to yourself, how can I make this into something quite funny? Yeah, Zoe Perkins and Craig Salter and this other woman, whoever she was, working at JD Sports. Well, you're all going to get laughed at. I mean, what can I say? Yeah, that's it.